What if the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the fact that you've never actually tried? Not kind of tried. Not, I'll start Monday, tried. I mean, really tried. Because this was Adrian, a 25-year-old average guy, always in neutral colors, black hoodie, worn-out sneakers, the type of guy who blends into the background at parties. Smart, but never loud about it. Ambitious, but only in private. Working a regular job, living paycheck to paycheck, laughing with coworkers. If you saw Adrian, you wouldn't think failure. You'd think potential, and that was the problem. He had potential, but potential is comfortable. Potential doesn't require risk. Potential lets you say, I could have been great if I wanted to. And it's true. Adrian wasn't miserable. He was numb. Everything felt the same. He was working on autopilot. And that's dangerous, because Adrian was slowly losing that potential and ambition, all because he felt safe inside that numb state. He got comfortable. To most people, he looked lazy, but that was far from the truth. Adrian had ideas. Start a YouTube channel, get in shape, go back to school, start that online business. But every time he imagined beginning, he imagined failing. And failure wasn't what scared him the most. It was embarrassment, looking stupid, starting something and quitting, trying hard and still not being good enough. So instead, Adrian protected himself with potential. If I really wanted to, I could. That sentence became his shield. It became his way of dealing with the regret of not doing what he wanted, of not starting. And that's a trap where people fall and stay there forever. But one night, in his car, in complete silence, just the sound of the engine running, something shifted. Adrian saw someone his age making it big, living the life he had planned for himself for years. But this time, instead of jealousy, he felt shame, because deep down, Adrian knew they weren't more talented, they weren't more special. So what made them different? They committed. They tried as hard as they could with the abilities they had. They went all in and kept going until something worked. And now, in the silence inside his car, for the first time in years, Adrian stopped blaming circumstances, stopped blaming timing, stopped blaming fear. And he asked himself quietly, what if I actually tried? Not motivationally, not emotionally, logically. What if for 1 year? Adrian stopped talking and started doing. What if he picked one thing and committed? What if he woke up early even when he didn't feel like it? What if he worked on something even when nobody saw it? What if he stopped waiting to feel confident? That question hit differently. Because if Adrian tried and failed, he would lose the fantasy. But if he never tried, he would lose his life slowly. So the next morning, Adrian woke up tired. But this time, he didn't negotiate with himself. He picked one goal, just one. He decided to build something online. And instead of planning for months, he started messy. The first video was awkward. The first attempt was clumsy. The first week felt invisible. Nobody cared. Nobody clapped. Nobody noticed. And that's when most people quit. Because motivation feels good when it's emotional, but discipline feels boring when it's daily. There were days Adrian wanted to stop, days he compared himself again, days he felt stupid. But something had shifted. He wasn't chasing motivation anymore. Adrian was proving something to himself, that he could follow through, that he wasn't weak, that he wasn't behind. He was just late to his own commitment. And after 3 months, something happened. But not in the way you think. Adrian started walking differently. His confidence was stronger. He felt better about himself. Why? Because after 3 months of doing instead of worrying about results, Adrian proved to himself that he wasn't lazy. He wasn't incapable. He proved to himself that he could endure discomfort and be okay with it. And slowly, he stopped caring about being behind because he was finally in motion. And motion creates meaning. Motion creates purpose when you don't have one. Because purpose isn't something you find. It's something you build through effort. The real transformation wasn't money. It wasn't recognition. It wasn't status. Adrian no longer feared finding out how capable he was. That one question changed everything. What if I actually tried? And maybe that's the real question. Not what if I fail? Not what if I'm too late? But what if you're stronger than you think? What if you've just been protecting yourself from your own potential? What if the life you want is waiting on the other side of effort you haven't given yet?